Hey everyone, welcome back. I am back with Jessica. We're back here to do our April paycheck budget, y'all, for 2025. I also have my no spins over here because I have been keeping up. Jessie has been doing a phenomenal job helping me with that. And we have our latest Etsy launch. I am super excited about this one. So, with that being said, we have a grand total of $5,100 to start out the month of April. Now, I do have some additional income coming in, but it isn't in this week, so I'm not going to put it in this week. It is guaranteed, and it will be coming in here shortly. With that being said, let's talk about our fixed expenses. Our rent was $850. Then we have electric and gas, which is set at $500. After electric and gas, we have AT&T.
Yes, for $80.
For $80. After AT&T, we do have trash, and trash is $40. Now, remember, y'all, I pay trash every other month, but it's $80 every 2 months. So I take $40 out of every single month so that every other month, I only have to pay an extra $40 to make that $80. And it went ahead and went out of our bank today. So, well, was it today? No, it was yesterday. Sorry, it was yesterday. Most of my bills I pay on the 3rd, but my trash is a little wonky, but that's okay. That one got paid, and after trash, I have, is it my cell phone, Jess?
Yes.
Okay, my cell phone. So let's stop for a minute and talk about my cell phone. My cell phone is $174. Now, that's going to go down after this month because I made a bunch of changes on my plan. My plan came out, and I was trying to figure out why it was still so high. And I got to looking at inside my phone in my app and start trying to figure out what was going on. They have a new plan out that is unlimited, everything that I need, but it doesn't have the hotspot. Well, I talked to Danya, talked to Philip, and I know I don't use hotspot. They don't use hotspot either. So why are we paying for it if we can get rid of it? So Verizon has a new plan called Unlimited. And the unlimited plan that we're on, which is the lowest one, I believe, allows us to have everything we need for $30. And I'm like, okay, I like that. So went ahead and switched all three of us to that. Once you go to that plan from the G5 Start plan, which was what we were on, you can't go back because that plan has been discontinued. But those of us who are already on it could stay on it. So I said, no, switch us. None of us need hotspot. I talked to my other 2 kids. They don't need it. Jessie has her iPad, which has completely been paid off. And she's not on Verizon anymore. So that saved me a while back an extra $30 for that. So she actually just uses the Wi-Fi in the house. Not a big deal. So with that being said, I got to looking at some more things on my plan. And I was like, why am I paying for a Verizon cloud? I know that Danya uses Google Cloud. Why are we paying for a Verizon? So Danya's like, I didn't put that on there. So in her account, I was paying $13.99 for a Verizon Cloud that we didn't even know she had. So please look into each one of your phones on your phone plan and find out all the perks and services you have. You may not even know you're paying for something that you're not even using. So I canceled that ASAP. And then I was looking and noticed that they had some new perks that you can purchase and put on your plan. Well, they have Max and Netflix for $10 a month. Y'all, Netflix for me was getting to the point I was getting irritated. They raised it now to $25. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with Netflix. It started lower, and then it just kept creeping up. And next thing I know, the amount kept going up and up and up. And we had the 6 screens. Well, now it's up to $25 for 6 screens. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm over it. But in my Verizon account, I could get Netflix and Max for $10. That means $5 each, right? And it's a combo. It's a bundle pack. But Netflix, instead of getting 6 screens, would take me down to 2 screens. And I'm like, I'm okay with that because if somebody in the house is watching, if 2 people in the house are watching Netflix, everybody else can watch Hulu, Disney, Max. You can watch something else, and then I can just time block everybody out. If somebody really wants to watch something on Netflix and 2 people are watching, I can say, hey, so-and-so is going to watch Netflix at this time because she or he want to watch a movie. So I can do that. So instead of paying $25 now for Netflix in my Verizon bill, it'll be added into my Verizon bill. I'm paying $5 for Netflix for 2 screens and $5 for Max. Now, anybody in the house can watch Max. There's no screen limitations on that. And originally, I was paying the lowest one, which was $9.99, basically $10 a month. So instead of paying $35 between Netflix and Max, I'm paying $10 now. So I went from 35 to 10, y'all. That is huge. So with that being said, that is a huge, that's 25% off basically. Hold tight, Jess. I know you're getting ready to. Jessie is really, she has no attention span, y'all, when it comes to this. She's wanting to leave, and I'm like, not until we're done. So we got Netflix and Max, and so just so y'all know, my bill is about to go down. It's about to go way down, okay, y'all? Like, yep. I'm excited. Now, I will say that I did see that YouTube Premium is on there for $10 as well. Now, it's not for a household. It's for a single person. Unfortunately, I was going to say Netflix. Why am I saying Netflix? My Verizon and my YouTube have two different emails. So I need to ask them if I can use my email address on YouTube to do that, because I don't want to use one for my my Verizon. I don't want to switch that into my YouTube one. So if I could do that, I'm going to put that on. And that's $10 versus paying $15.99, which you will pay with YouTube if you're a single person, instead of using a family account, because I'm not doing a family account. So that might be something we add on to that at a later point, but that's a lot. I know Jesse's very impatient over here, so I got to get through this pretty quickly so I can show you everything else. Calm down. So, with that being said, that's my Verizon account and what's going on. All right, Jesse, what's after Verizon?
Memberships.
Memberships, y'all. I got to add an extra $9. I left a membership out. I have two memberships. One to a YouTube channel for $10 a month. And then I have a secondary one for Jordan Budgets over at jordanbudgets.com. You all know that I love supporting not only her channel, her Etsy shop, but her website as well. So I do have the print on demand $5 membership every single month, and I can print them either just regular on my printer and cut them out. She also has the silhouette and the Cricut files, which I absolutely love, because I do have two silhouettes, and I can print it out, throw it on my silhouette, and go ahead and let that cut it out. Just know, if you don't have a printer or things, or you don't have a silhouette Cricut, that's fine. You can print it and cut it yourself, or you have the choice of a $9 membership for her, and she can literally print them, cut them, and send them to you every single month. So just know you can go to jordanbudgets.com and go underneath the membership tab for subscribers, and you can go ahead and get jumped right into that as well. But I love supporting her. So after memberships, that should be done for that. Is that correct, Jessica?
Yes.
All right, so our grand total for the month so far is $5,100. We have $1,659 for fixed expenses this month, giving us a total left over of $3,441. Nothing for groceries and anything else here. We're going to go into expenses here in just a minute, and I'm going to explain that. We're not doing groceries this week. I'm going to alternate grocery shopping again, which every other week I'm going to do grocery shopping. But I got something I need to show you that I'm super excited about. All right, we only have two things going for sinking funds or savings challenges. The reason for this is one of my subscribers told me, hey, look, with you being in all that debt, why don't you just pause everything else right now and just go gung-ho on your debt? I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So thank you to Miss Jill, because she's the one that gave me this idea. And I was like, you know what? That really does sound like a really good idea. I'm trying to get out of debt ASAP. And I don't want to be out of debt in February 2026 or March of 2026. I want to be out of debt now. Now, my debt update is coming out here shortly, so you'll be seeing what's going on with my debt as well. So that's what we're going to do. But I'm keeping two things on board. Number one, I'm keeping my 52-week challenge on board, because that's for Christmas. I'll talk about that here in a minute. And then I'm also keeping on board our no spin challenge, because that's going for extra debt payments. So that literally does filter into my extra debt payment. We're going to talk about that here in a minute as well. Now, I owe in the month of March for both of these, because I didn't start them. I didn't start the 52-week challenge in January like I was supposed to. I need to get caught up. So for the month of March, I owe for the 52-week challenge, Jess.
$454.
No, that's the total. For just the 52-week challenge, yes.
$274.
$274, y'all. Because last month, remember, instead of going like on the 16th for the no spend, and I had no spend, instead of putting like 1 + 6 for the 16th equals 7 and putting 7 in, I went with the higher amount. And I said, well, I didn't spend on the 16th, so now I owe my envelope this $16. Well, I didn't spend on the 23rd, so now I owe my envelope $23. This time, I'm going back to the low income or the low savings challenge approach. So if I don't spend on the 16th of April, instead of putting in $16, I'm going to add the 1 and the 6. I'm going to put in 7. So I owe that much money for the, I'm sorry, the no spend challenge is what I was talking about, and I'm not thinking about the saving challenge. So that's what I'm going to do. The no spend challenge, I still owe my envelope for no spend.
What? 444. 54.
Jesse, you're not paying attention.
400.
No, that's the total.
Oh.
What I owe for no spend.
Oh, 180.
100. Oh, y'all, she is spacing here. It's crazy.
I'm sorry.
Okay, $180. I'm over here looking at her like, are you serious? $180 for no spend, but I still owe $274 for the 52-week challenge, which gives you $1,378. And just so y'all know, I talked to Tori because she's the one that has to travel. Carrie lives 20 minutes out my back door. If there's bad weather in December, Tori's gonna have a problem getting home, and she's got 2 babies, and y'all, baby number 3 is due in September, and I told my daughter, you better slow your roll, okay? Because my grandson is like, what is he? He's 8 months old, gonna be 8 months old, and she's already pregnant with her 3rd baby, and she's about 4 months going on. Yeah, she needs to slow her roll. So with that being said, she's due at the end of September with baby number 3. We still don't know what it is, but I said, look, I'm not going to do Christmas in December. Y'all have Christmas down there with your families. Carrie's got Christmas with her things over there, you know, and I got the kids here at the house taken care of. So we're moving our Christmas to March 2026. I know it sounds kind of strange to wait an extra 3 months. It's going to give me a little extra money to play with and save up for what I need to do. But I'll be real honest, Christmas can be any time of the year. And if we want to choose to do it in March, which is what I'm going to do, because of the weather conditions, y'all know Missouri can go from 80 degrees to 32 degrees and freezing and rain overnight. And it did that a few weeks ago. And it did snowed. It was 80 on a Friday, and by Sunday it was snowing. And I was like, no, it's not. Yes, it was. It was. So with that being said, we're moving our Christmas to March 2026. All the other kids will be doing their Christmas things. But together as a family in my house, March 2026. But so I'm going to get caught up on the 52-week challenge. I'm going to get caught up on the March no spend because we got April no spend I'm about to show you here. So now, Jessica, that adds up to $454. Taking that $454 minus our previous leftover gave us a $29.17 balance that we still have left, $2,917. Let's roll it down to debt. Again, my debt update's coming up. Just so y'all know, somebody threw my debt papers away that me and Jesse worked really hard on, and I'm really upset. I really don't want to rewrite them out, so we may just go ahead back to consolidating it because I'm really mad about it. And that was a lot of paperwork for Jesse to write. So we're going to go ahead and reconsolidate it, and then I'll just let you know what I spent and how much we got left and all that thing because it's crazy. I will let you have a little sneak peek. I paid off a lot more of my farm accounts than I thought I was going to this week. So that's a good thing as well. All right, so here we go. What's our first debt, Jessica?
Our first debt is...
Is it a firm?
No, it is MC.
MC. What is MC?
Let me see. It's got an M after it. 1 month ahead?
I don't have an MC.
150.
No, that was supposed to be James Madison.
Oh, yes.
That's a JM.
Oh, okay.
You put... Okay, she put different letters, y'all.
It is JM.
Okay, Jesse's handwriting sucks. Y'all know that now.
Ouch.
Well, I've been trying to work with her, but being blind, it's kind of hard to do. James Madison, it's the last full payment I need on Phillips High School online program. I do have to pay $1,800 for his. And after this payment, the last payment is in May, and it's going to be $79, and his high school is done. Now, my son just turned 14 in January. He plans to be graduated from high school, y'all. 4 years done in 1 year. He'll hopefully be graduated by his birthday next year, which is January 25th, 2026. Okay. Starting in September, I will have to add $1,800 of debt back into my debt, y'all, because Jessica is starting James Madison High School. Absolutely love it. It's $1,800 for the entire 4-year program. So I don't have to pay it every single month. Once I'm done with the $1,800, it's done. So you put $20 down. Minimum is $20 down, bare minimums, and that's what I do. And then they're going to work with me with Jesse's IEP and things of that nature. Her structure might be a little bit different than Phillips. He's got the generalized class. They have the college preparatory class. I thought he was in the college prep, but he's not. He's in the general, which is fine. I'm not worried about it because either way, if he wants to go to college, he can go to college. But he currently has a 4.0, so I'm super excited. And he's working on math right now.
Yep.
So, James Madison, $150. Next month, you'll see $79. And after that, you won't see James Madison on here until September again. All right, next one is
Credit cards.
credit cards, and that should be $650. Yes. All right, after credit cards, we have Affirm, and Affirm was $515. Yes. Y'all, I only needed to pay $418, but you remember, I'm trying to get this paid off by October of this year. I started a while back. My highest ever on Affirm, I think, was $6,100 and something dollars. I am down to $2,870 right now. Yes, I made some extra payments, knocked off a couple of extra accounts on there because they were super duper low. And I was like, you know what? We're going to do this. I'm not playing. Let's get this done. So we did that. And then my new payment for Affirm, just to pay the bare minimums on all the accounts on the Affirm, which is Amazon and Walmart. It's the only two stores that I shop at right now currently on Affirm, is going to be $385. But you know I'm going to be paying a lot more than that because I'm going to start getting all these extra accounts knocked off and get Affirm paid off by October. I think October 3rd is going to be my last payment the way I have it situated. So my debt total right now is hurting me. I don't want to hear it. What is it, Jessica, for my debt total?
$1,690.
$1,690. Y'all, don't come at me. Okay, leaving us a total for the month of $1,297.
No, 87. Sorry.
And 87. Now make that 2,900. No,
1,
I'm sorry. What I'm hearing Gia. She's in there throwing a fit.
1,287.
1,287 is going to be 1,277. Remember, I have that $9 extra app, which you know, with that extra app, I don't know if did I mention the extra app on here? I think I did. We took this a couple of times because Jesse's being goofy, but mynetdiary.com is $9. I'm just rounding it to 10. All right, so that is what we have for that. And because I printed out the paycheck budget workbook system from the Budget Mom that I bought in August of 2023, y'all, it does take a 5-ring binder for it because it's over 300 pages. I won't need another printout for 5 years, y'all. Like, seriously, because I only use one paycheck budget a month. Jessie, get off the bed. Go away. Thank you. She did fantastic. But anyways, I bought that paycheck workbook system by the Budget Mom back in August of 2023. Now, what I did is I purchased the print on demand. The reason for that, y'all, I don't want to have to buy a budget binder book every single year. Y'all, that costs money. It costs money. And I understand people like aesthetics and things like that. Y'all, I'm blind. I'm just like, let's get this and get done over with. But with that being said, I print it out once. It's got 5 paycheck budgets in every single month. And if I only use one a month, then I've got that book for 5 years. And I saved it to my files on my Apple Cloud so that I'm able to go back and reprint it in 5 years. I mean, like crazy, isn't it? I don't have to buy it again. And the print on demand was $25, y'all. So I'm not out looking for a planner ever again. All right, so let's move into our April no spend. Now, I do have our no spend stickers up in our Etsy shop, which is Challenge Your Wallet. I always link that down below in the description box. But with that being said, I have just the stickers themselves. If you go over to stickers, you can pick out whatever month that you want, or you can pick the bundle pack of all 12 months, or you could buy it as a kit, which comes with a color in. It comes with 32 stickers for the theme for each one of the months, and it comes with additional savings challenges and things, and it's just beautiful. I do have them by the month, and I have them in a mega bundle as well. So I have a whole bunch of different options for anybody to choose from. So, but if you just want the stickers themselves, I have them underneath stickers listed in my shop. So April 1st, we did go ahead and do a whole bunch of bill pays and things of that nature. Like y'all know, I get paid once a month. The 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, no spends. So I'm going to owe money for the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. Now, the 2nd, I'm going to pay $2. The 3rd, I'm going to pay $3. The 4th, I'm going to pay $4. The 5th, I'm going to pay $5. But when we get to like the 11th, instead of paying $11, I'm going to pay $2. I'm going to use the 1 + 1 = 2. Because that's 11 is 1 + 1. So 1 + 1 is 2. On the 12th, if I don't spend, I'll do 1 + 2 = 3. You see what I'm saying? It's like a lower end version for savings because it got me in trouble last month and I owe a lot. But you know what? I'm okay to owe a lot because it's going to my debt. So there we go. There is our April no spend in check. Was offline for a week, needed a little bit of a reset. Have another new binder here, y'all. No, I already had this. I had purchased this back in December from Purple Glimmer Budgets over at Katie. It comes in a wide variety of colors. I love them. Please visit her shop, Purple Glimmer Budgets, and also visit her YouTube channel, Purple Glimmer Budgets, please. But with that being said, I do sell these with kits, all right, y'all, because I do have an agreement with her as she's like my supplier of these wallets, and I do have an agreement strictly with her to sell them in kits that I do have. Now, this has 24 sleeves, y'all. We're going to put some things in here in a minute. And each sleeve, I love discbound. Check it out. You can just pop it right back in. These are beautiful. Now, I do have 3 different ways that you can purchase the set. This comes as a super deluxe, basically, for our newest game board, y'all. I'm going to use this one because this is going to be super fun. I've got to get this set up today. This is the grocery plan. This is our newest game board, y'all, and it's got 3 different amounts on each spot of the grocery board, okay? There's like not a place to start because I wanted to utilize all 24 spots. Just start in the middle. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a pair of translucent dice. I don't know if I can reach them. Oh, yes, I can. Holy hell. Translucent dice, y'all. They're 6-sided translucent dice, okay? And this, I don't know what color these are, but each one has different color. So you're going to get a pair of 6-sided translucent dice. You're going to get a little cutie game piece, which is a little tiny person game piece. Let me see if I can grab those. And the 3 spots on here, on each one of these board pieces, it gives you the low, the medium, and a high range. In case you land on it and say you want to save $10, $12, or $14, whatever is more comfortable for you, you can do. This is just one of the little game pieces. Super cute. They come in 10 different colors, but you're just going to get a random color because I don't want to have to sit here and count these because they go for more than one game board. These also go for our Life Happens emergency game board. So, love it, love it, love it. Now, play this game board in a couple of different ways, or you can choose to play it your way. The ways that I came up with is you go around the board and you save for each one of the categories, okay, y'all? Each one of the categories you can save for. And you can determine on each one what amount you want to save. Do you want to save the first number, the second number, or the third? So I chose a low, medium, and a high number for each one. You can play this and save it as a stock up. Like, don't use it for 6 months. You know, just like keep stocking up until you want to do like a mega grocery restock. You know, for those of us who are preppers, y'all. I got a prepper channel, so that's the first idea that came to me. A second one is, maybe you want to challenge your budget. Maybe you just want to go around for an entire month and then say, hey, whatever money I have in those categories, that's all I'm spending for those categories. So if you hit fruits and vegetables and say you only get like $20 in a month, because when you played, you only hit that a certain amount of times and you got $20 in fruit and vegetables, then that's all that you're going to use, okay? Fruits or vegetables or whatever, because I got each category listed on here that we have. You know, things of that nature. You can play it that way. Or maybe you can use this as a getting ahead, like a month ahead, y'all. Like you can just go around the board and save the amounts and use it as getting ahead in your grocery bill or grocery budget for a month, y'all. Okay, you can play it any which way you want, but this is this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me show you the cards. Now, if you purchase it as the base game board, you get the game board. You do not get the binder. You just get the game board. You get the set of dice and you get the game piece. But you'll also get, everybody gets an IOU card regardless. Because maybe you go around here and you can't save as much as you'd want. Use the IOU card. You know how to write on it. You know, put in what you can. Remaining that you owe yourself, put it on the card and work it down. And you can wipe it clean, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know this, right? This one here is for those on the base price, okay? If you just want the game board with the game piece, the dice, the IOU card, you get this one. This is the grocery plan dashboard. That way you can save every single category in one envelope, and it does come with a free envelope. Now, it will not come with a discount envelope, but it will come with an A6 envelope, y'all. So that is for the base price. Oops, I hit my that. If you decide to add the 24 cards, which is all of these, one for every single spot, y'all. And it's got the aisle 1 all the way through aisle 24. You can add those, okay? So it's got all the different cards here, and they're all laminated. So that way you can literally save for each individual spot, okay? If you want the mega bundle, you get everything plus that, plus, oops, what I put it over here. You get a binder. Now, you don't get to choose the binder color. It's a surprise, depending on what my supplier has and what I can get my hands on through Katie, because I have her ship them to me. She lives in Illinois. I'm in Missouri. Y'all, she is fast for shipping. I don't care what anybody says about anybody else, but I'm telling you, if you go to Katie's page on Etsy, she is lightning fast, okay? I get mine within 2 to 3 days. I mean, she's like, girl, I got you. It's out the door, okay? It's gone. It's coming to me. But for everything, you get this as well. You'll get that plus the cards. Then you'll get this. But if you order the cards, you'll get the IOU still, but you won't get the dashboard. You won't get this dashboard, because that dashboard is only for the base one if you're not wanting to do all the laminated cards. So let's go ahead and put the laminated cards in. But y'all, take a picture of that again. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The grocery plan. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Okay. Sorry. I get really excited over something like this. I'm going to use this as a way of saying, hey, that's all I got for the month for groceries. And this is what we're going to spend. So there's one. I just want you guys to see what it does. So let's talk about Romy as I'm putting these in so you guys can see. Romy had to go to the vet yesterday. I don't know what was wrong. He was shaking. He was breathing really funny on Friday night, and I knew something was wrong. Now, bad news is he's older than what we thought. They're averaging his age to be between 8 and 10 years old, and I am floored because I thought he was around the 3-year mark. My other vet thought he was around the 7-year mark. Come to find out, he's between 8 and 10 years old. That sucks only for the fact of, y'all, pets don't live as long as we need them to live, and I'm really upset about that. But good news is he's got a hurt back. We think that either Jaya, Tucker, or Belladonna, my other 3 Chihuahuas, somebody either roughed house with him or stepped on him or whatnot, because Romy's my smallest little guy. He's 8 pounds, okay, y'all? 8 pounds, 2 ounces, and he's my smallest little baby. So good news is he only hurt his back. He didn't do anything bad. His heart's good. I was really afraid that something was going to happen after losing Gilligan in December of a heart attack right in front of the entire family. We're all sitting there and he just flopped over and died on us. I was like, oh my God. I was afraid of that. But no, my mom went with me. $65 is the amount it was. I think it was $65 or $69 for the vet visit. Okay, y'all. So $65 for that. That's coming out of the pet funding that I have for sinking funds. And that's what happened. Now, he is on a pain medication, and he ended up getting a steroid shot. He ended up not being able to eat or drink for like almost 48 hours, just under 48 hours, and that was alarming. So he is on Hill Science diet, urgent care dog food, super hell of expensive. I think 24 cans is $89 plus tax, or $85 plus tax. And it's urgent care, so it's prescription only, so Hill Science diet. And he still wasn't drinking water last night. And I was like, what are we going to do? And so Jessica had the really good idea, her idea, to put water in his food. So we just started adding like an ounce or 2 ounces at a time. And it kind of made almost like a brothy sense of the water, like a flavor, because it was in his Hill Science diet urgent care dog food. It's a 5.5 ounce can. And we put it into Tupperware and one of his little Tupperware containers. And he started drinking the water out of that. So he is drinking. He is on pain medication for the next 2 days. He's been on pain medication yesterday. He'll be on it today, tomorrow, and also on Monday. And then I am supposed to call Doc back and get a reevaluation to see if he needs anything else done. He did have a fecal test done. Everything was good there. He came home and had a major accident all over my bed, unbeknownst to us. And we had to clean everything off. And thank God I have a mattress protector. I know, a little TMI for y'all, but yeah, he blew all over my bed after that fecal test. So steroids are in right now. He's passed out on my bed. He's going to do okay. We just got to keep a watch over the next couple of weeks. All the other dogs cannot be getting around him because I can't have them jump on him. So he's got a lower back. It's in between his hips on his lower legs, above his tail, but his hip area on each side and his spine on his lower back. And he is just really, really sore. And he has no problems telling us when he's sore because he'll show teeth and be like, hey, you know, back off a little bit. It hurts. I want to stay with my mommy. So he's with me. So we did have a scare there. And I'm just glad to know that it was something as simple as that and not something more tragic. Unfortunately, my mom went out on Friday to pick up a dog because my mom flies dogs all over the United States. And she flies them out of different areas that have dogs on euthanasia lists. And she also flies with other groups that have pets that are in rescues that are being adopted all over the United States. And so she flies everywhere and takes these dogs and cats, whether it's a rescue animal to just to go to its forever home, or there's a couple of different other areas that she works with rescue individuals and things that train dogs and cats for therapy for people, and those are really, really expensive ones. She does that as well. And she went and got a dog out of California, and she didn't even make it back to Utah before she was going to fly to Michigan to drop this dog off. He was 10 years old, and he was just going to be a dog for someone who has end-stage kidney disease, and his wife wanted him to have a dog because he is terminal. And the dog had a heart attack and died before she could get it there, and it was unfortunate. So when she found out Romy was sick, she was like, get dressed now. I'm on my way over. We're going in today. And so that's what we did yesterday. And then we went out for lunch. She bought lunch and the full bit. And then, of course, we went to Aldi because that's my mom, and she bought the kids a couple of things. And a couple of things, she gave me a couple of snacky snacks, and that was it. So Romy's going to be okay. Fingers crossed everything. He's just going to be sore for a couple of weeks. But anyways, this is the grocery plan. This is the way this looks. I'm going to save for every single category. When I roll and I hit that, I'll determine if I'm going to save for the low amount, the mid amount, or the high amount. And then I'm going to put it into the category. And that's what I'm going to do because I need to save on groceries. And I need to not overspend on groceries. And I want to do this for a month and see how this works out. But if you're interested in this, it will be going up tonight. My son is taking a much needed break. He really needed the break. And then he's going to have this up here in the next couple of hours for y'all if you're interested. Again, our shop is linked down below at Challenge Your Wallet is our shop on Etsy. And hopefully I can see some of you guys on YouTube playing this game because I am in love with this game. We got a couple other more game boards coming up. We have a 1 month ahead game board we're working on. We have a pets game board we're working on. We also have a My First Apartment game board we're working on. And there are several other game boards that we are choosing to work on as well. Philip's got one idea that he wants to do for himself, but I'm not going to say anything just in case he decides not to do it. But he's got a really good game that he's thinking he's going to work on. It's a card game that we're going to see if we can revise and pick out how we're going to do it and design it and all the good fun things. So if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, any suggestions, throw it at me in the comment section, and we will catch you in our next video, which means we will be cash stuffing, and then we'll be catching you up on our latest debt update. So we'll catch you next video. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.